Let's take a look at the upcoming new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Fortune's Weave. This is a brand new Fire Emblem game. I am going to be going over my crazy predictions and crazy thought process for this game. So right here during the Nintendo Direct that we were having, or that aired, I already was saying Fire Emblem as soon as I saw this. This was definitely the Fire Emblem art style. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, Fire Emblem. Oh yeah, I know this is Fire Emblem. You see an arena, Coliseum, Fire Emblem. So that was interesting. So you see this, and I was really saying Fire Emblem. Warriors, you know?
Draw now upon your strength.
So right here, this is something where I talked about before. Well, I talked about before when I started recording this. This right here, this like Claude Descendant. You have like the locks, dreads. It seems like something that Claude would do, right? His hair wasn't locks, but he had some of the, the hair that was kind of like that. Obviously, his hair is purple, or it's like bluish purple. So you always have to look at, okay, Claude Descendant, what's going on? Anytime you have like blue hair, it's like, okay, Crom, something like that, legendary heroes. You start thinking about that. But it seems like to me, this might be a Claude Descendant. This game seems like tied to what's it called? Tied to Three Houses. Definitely seems like it's tied to Three Houses overall.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating heart.
So we're gonna look through. It's got some different characters. Those seem like the four main characters. So like, Fire Emblem, Three Houses had 3 plus Byleth. It seems like these are gonna be like the 4. So obviously like Fire Emblem Three Houses, Byleth, Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude. So these are now the new 4 of that, with that first character being the main character, maybe the main protagonist, like the Byleth character, but we'll have to wait and see, of course.
Hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
So obviously the heroic games, looks like there's going to be some type of tournament that you have to build up to between these different factions, and whoever wins the tournament maybe gets some type of, it says Fortune's Weave, so that right there can tell you what's going on, like a little bit like what happens, like your fortune, like your future, what's going to happen. Fortune's Weave. So is there a big fortune? Is there a big prize? What's going to happen with all these people weaving through like this whole narrative? So I can understand a little bit maybe of what they're saying here, but I love the title. I think it sounds really cool. And obviously there's going to be a lot that plays into it. Fire Emblem titles are really, they really tie into the actual game itself. Like a lot of titles do. But Fire Emblem for sure does. 100% for sure does. So right here, we're looking to, this looks like, once again, the main character. But once again, you can tell this is absolutely, Koei Tecmo style, the Fire Emblem style intelligent systems. I mean, it looks very different from Fire Emblem Engage. It does not have quite the same, but it looks very much like Fire Emblem Three Houses, but obviously better quality and all of that. Yes, somebody pointed out music. Music is absolutely incredible in this game so far. It sounds really good. It already fits, like the boats and like the Coliseum vibe and feel to it, kind of has like a dramatic flair to it.
I only want to fight.
So I talked about this too, like the monastery, we had the little Engage area, but like the Fire Emblem Engage area, it was pretty small compared to the monastery. This seems like it's going back to like the big regular Fire Emblem with a huge, or at least more like big Fire Emblem Three Houses, has a huge area to explore, buy weapons, armor, all the different type of stuff like that. So obviously much bigger on the, like I would say, type of game that it is overall.
I can save my father's life.
So right here, we talked about this as well. It looks like it's going to be, I'm going to pause it right here. So we talked about this as well. Flying Ornis Rider, and his name is Kai. Or is it Kai or is it Sai? It might be Kai or it might be Sai. I'm not really sure. But he's a Flying Ornis Rider. It looks like it's like a chocobo. This reminds me very much of a chocobo, but it has wings. So maybe you're going to be able to fly, or you can graduate the class to where it does fly. But obviously it's running on the ground, but very much like a chocobo. And that's going to be the main class, or the beginning class for this guy, Kai. The Thundercloud Knight, we also have another new class, the Charioteer class. 2 horses, someone on there, just like a chariot racer. And it looks like he has a bow as well, which we're going to see here. Also, you can tell Three Houses. This is just like Fire Emblem Three Houses when it comes to the setup. The graphics look very much like Three Houses, but looks a lot, the better resolution and better frame rate for sure than Fire Emblem Three Houses on the Switch 1 at least. Zooms right in, no problem whatsoever. Fire Emblem Engage on Switch 1 and 3 houses, sometimes when you did like a certain attacks, it would hitch. No hitch whatsoever. Zooms right in. So obviously Switch 2, great stuff there. You can see particle effects also flying through here. Kind of texture's not great on this bird overall, but it's like a big rooster looking thing. But we'll see here. I want to show you guys this. Right there when you hit him, you can clearly see sparks, everything flying. But look at the animations there. Dude goes rolling off. Bow goes flying, wheel comes off of it, horses buck. So definitely a little bit extra attention to detail there on some of those, you know, on some of the stuff here.
What I see.
This right here seems like potentially Edelgard as well. So this is something that we talked about as well on stream beforehand a little bit. Edelgard maybe
Is a great strength.
connection to this character.
An unyielding strength for any foe.
Because she's talking about yielding strength and having power, and we know that's what Edelgard, you know, ultimately wanted and got, depending on what ending you wanted to do or what you know, what you go with, what path you pick.
Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear.
Yeah, it definitely seems. You know, she kind of has like something like the royal headwear that Edelgard has. There, she looks like she is Mahadu's spear, so it seems like that's a special weapon. We don't know who Mahadu is, but that could be some type of deity for them, or some type of first king or queen, or something like that as well. So we're gonna do some combat arts. It looks like we're gonna do a combat art. No, we're gonna do a gambit. So of course, 3 houses. There was gambits in that. So it looks like crest might be a thing. I don't know if this is gonna be a crest or what this is. This might be like rewinding the time, but it looks like crest might be a thing as well. We got gambits. So
I need the strength to lead my.
her name is Theodora. Theodora. Okay. She's a noble. Yep. Like I predicted, I said that it's probably gonna, I said she's probably some type of, you know, royal lineage or something. Disturbing strike uses 2 to 1. So maybe you can only use it a certain amount of times as well. You got the rogue thief. They got no faces as well. This guy's about to get cooked. All right. Let's take a look.
Strength enough for a queen.
You have the gambits. You have your battalions are back. So this is very much, once again, like Fire Emblem 3 Houses, probably a follow-up to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And she hits him with the gambit. But they don't show the whole thing. They don't show the whole thing. Now here's the next main character. He's a Meriadon. So the Meriadon, they have, I think, like 3 separate weapons they can use. Or was it swords and something else? I forgot exactly. The Answerer is his weapon. So this guy looks really slick. I'm not sure what's going on, but I already like this guy right now. This is like Sephiroth, Timu Sephiroth right here. I like it. I like Timu Sephiroth.
Narrative that I face it again.
He can teleport. So that was one thing that engaged the teleporting. Or I know that there were certain classes where you can teleport someone, but I don't think anybody could actually teleport. But I know that it engaged. There was you can teleport in that with one of the classes. But this guy can teleport, and he has a sword called the Answerer. You need the answer? He's the Answerer.
I must cull it with this blade.
Look how fast. Right into it. Black armor. You know this guy. Let's see this guy's name. This guy's name is Dyrich? Dyrich? I'm probably saying that wrong. But he cracks him over the head. He hits him with the crack over the head. Critical.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
So here's the last main character. She's a hunter. So, oh, what's that one girl's name? Is it Petra? I don't know if it's Petra. You guys know from 3 Houses. Maybe descendant from her. The one that came from a different country to come over there. Maybe that's her. I forgot exactly her name, though. Is it Petra?
For that reason, I refuse to die.
Okay. Okay. You've got the big monsters, once again, that you have to attack and break them on all the different sides. Yeah, Petra. Definitely seems like that could be her descendant as well.
Won't let you hurt her.
Yeah, look, that's a crest right there, right? That's obviously some type of special power. But he has something on his hand. I don't know. Does that relate to anything in 3 Houses in terms of that type of power? But it looks like he has some type of power within his hand there that this is the main character for sure. Because that is a unique power that maybe only he has. Yeah, it kind of looks like Alucard too. Kind of looks like Alucard.
Won't let you hurt her.
Very nice, very sharp resolution and sharp looking graphics overall with some of the cutscenes here.
now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
That's Edelgard for sure.
Those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire.
Okay, so there's the fortune's weave. Whoever stands upon the final stage, you'll grant the wish. So I'm guessing if you win the big tournament or whatever the case is, you'll get your fortune, right? The fortunes weave between weaving the fortunes of all these different characters into one. There's only one, though, that can become victorious. Okay, I'm already getting excited about the potential for this one here. This seems like it's going to be another epic, tragic blockbuster from Intelligent Systems. That obviously Engage didn't have this. Engage did not have the story vibe. Gameplay, obviously the gameplay was great, but the story vibe is seeming impeccable right now. It feels like Three Houses. It feels like Fates. It feels like Awakening. That certain type of, I would say, bleakness to where you know that there's going to be some people that just don't make it out despite being main character, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you know?
So say I, the Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.
The Divine Sovereign. So it's some type of deity living on Earth or something that can give you that fortune or give you that. But there's definitely going to be something behind the scenes that show more on it overall, man. Very crazy. It's just Switch 2, no Switch 1 version. Some people were asking if there was a Switch 1 version. No Switch 1 version at all.
The years were long.
So she said the years were long. So right there, you just know that the years were long, that it is a follow-up to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Right there, Fire Emblem Three Houses. So there you go.
Weren't they?
That's 100% so this. Like, grown up or adults or whatever. 100% her.
Have you forgotten me so soon?
Have you forgotten me so soon? So we don't know who she's talking to. If you look at this right here, we don't know who she's talking to. It just shows her area.
The years were long.
The years were long.
Weren't they?
Weren't they?
Have you forgotten me so soon?
Have you forgotten me so soon? So she has to be talking to someone that has a connection to Byleth or to, like, the previous game. It's got, and you're in that palace, that area, that's like her subconscious area or whatever. Byleth has to be some type of reincarnation or some type of spirit or some type of something descendant that is. I think that they might have not entered. There might be another character, actually. There actually might be a player-controlled character that they did not show. They might be there might be a character that you play as that's either male or female that they just simply didn't show. I think that might be it, because it seems like but they didn't show who she's talking to. So I think it's your own player character that's some type of reincarnation or some type of spiritual successor or spiritual thing to Byleth or whoever is something, because she says it's been so long, you forgot. Or no, there is no or. Those characters don't know this unless there's a time skip. There could be a time skip in the game. And if there's a time skip in the game, then that main character, Kai, or whatever his name is, maybe there's a time skip and then something happens, then you forget, you get amnesia or something happens. And then, so this is, oh, you forgot about me. So those are really the only two scenarios that I can think of overall. This game is set for 2026. It's got the same, for those who don't remember, that same green light and vibe. This is the same exact green light and vibe that Fire Emblem Three Houses had. So it's undeniable. I know obviously we've seen so much of it, but it's undeniable that this game would not be connected in a huge way to Fire Emblem Three Houses in some type of, connection in terms of things. So, man, I am super excited for this game. This was definitely the highlight of the Direct for me, was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, and I cannot wait to play this game I cannot wait to play this game in 2026. So, so which Fire Emblem Three Houses ending was canon? I don't know which one was canon. I don't know which one was canon. They've never said which one was canon, but we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out more as we play this upcoming game, or as we get more information on this upcoming game. But that's going to be it for this video, at least. What did you guys think about Fire Emblem Fortune's... I keep on trying to say Three Houses. Fortune's Weave. Let me know in the comment section. Of course, if you are watching live, you can let me know. But of course, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, comments, let me know. What do you guys think? Give me your predictions. Give me your analysis. Give me that. And if I messed up or missed anything, you guys can let me know as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, like button, all that good stuff, and we'll see you for the next video.